Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Road to 120 Slayer series. And before we start the episode, I would like to say thank you guys for all your feedback on the first episode. It got a lot of really good positive feedback, so thank you guys so much for that. And I will say I have a lot in store for you guys in this episode, so we're just going to jump right into it. So the first task for this episode, we got a dinosaur task, and this is actually the first one of the series. Previously I noticed that dinosaurs weren't actually that great for GP and stuff like that, but I was pleased to get a dinosaur task. I haven't killed too many of them, so hopefully we're able to get one of these really rare drops. And so I decided to go ahead and kill the brutish dinosaurs because they give 3,100 Slayer XP per kill, which I just think is insane. I did notice that the drops might be a little bit worse than the other ones, but we're in this for the XP, so that is what we're going to be doing. And also the nice thing about these kind of tasks, they do have safe spots. So as you can see, I am in a safe spot right here. And pretty much every dinosaur, I believe, actually has a safe spot. So it is kind of chill killing them. You do have to be wary to make sure that they are not hitting you, because sometimes they will just surprise you and start attacking, and they do deal a lot of damage. So I don't think there is a better way to kill them besides using these safe spots. They do deal a lot of damage, so I am definitely really glad that there are some safe spots for these tasks. And so quickly looking at the possible drops, as you can see, they are fairly decent. They do always drop dinosaur bones, which is a solid 78k drop. As for the other common and uncommons, they're really not too special, although they do have their own unique drop table as well, which is where it does get exciting. The blowpipe, those are all 1 in 2,000 on task, and then the laceration boots are 1 in 1,500 on task. And so halfway through the task, we did manage to get the laceration boots. I really wish I had this clip live because I was so surprised at getting these. I was only casually killing them while I was multitasking and doing something else, and I just looked down and there's laceration boots on the ground. I was so excited for this drop, and it is our first unique drop of the series. We managed to get the 1 in 1,500 laceration boots drop. Looking at the price check, they are worth around 9 mil. I did think they were worth a lot more, but I'm actually not really sure about that. So if you guys have any idea of how much these boots are actually worth and how much they sell for, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And so now looking at the total loot we obtained, as you can see, around 10.7 mil. We also obtained the dinosaur rib bone, which is really interesting. This is actually a 1 in 1,000 drop rate, so that was another really lucky drop from this task. I feel like I got extremely lucky from this task, guys. We also got 220,000 Slayer XP along with that 10.7 mil. Definitely our best task in this series so far. We're going to be looking to get some more dinosaur tasks. And so next we got a Creatures of Daemonheim task. I decided to kill 131 frost dragons to complete this task because I figured it was going to be much faster than my alternatives. So that is what we did decide to do. We are going to be picking up all of the frost dragon bones, so that's going to be a decent amount of profit for this task. There wasn't anything too special, didn't get that dragonic visage. But as you guys can see, I was using my legendary pet to actually pick up the bones for me, and this did speed this task up quite a bit. So overall, this task took around 15 minutes to complete. We're just going to jump to the loot. And so we made around 1.5 mil off of the frost dragons. Also got around 50k Slayer XP for completing this task, so definitely not too bad. Nice quick one to get out of the way. And the next task we got is 157 muspas. So these are actually a really nice task that did go by fairly quickly as well. This one was probably a 20-minute task to complete. And they do give quite a bit of Slayer XP as well. Unfortunately, they don't have any super rare drops or unique drops, so that is a little bit unfortunate. I do like having that chance of getting a super rare drop, but the drops are very consistent, making this task always a pretty good task for some money. And if you guys didn't already know, you should be using Ancient Magics to kill the Muspaz. It does give a 50% damage boost, so that is what I am doing here. The only downside about that is you cannot use your High Elk spell, so I am using the Spring Cleaner instead of that. And so now looking at the overall loot, we made around 1.7 mil, which is not too bad for just a 20-minute task. Also got around 73,000 Slayer XP. As you can see, most of the drops actually came from the alchables. We got around 1.1 mil in alchables and coin drops. Also got a few dragon equipment, and then just a bunch of other random items to equal out to that 1.7 million. So not a bad task at all. And so in the comments in the last video, I noticed that you guys wanted to see some more about what Slayer Master I use and all that. So here's just a look at my preferred and block list. As you have noticed, probably I did block all of the monsters for the Raptor Key. So all those pretty high level Slayer creatures, I find them really tough to kill, and I just haven't learned them yet. I'm tempted to take them off my block list later, but they are going to be there for now. And then of course on my preferred list, I have Corrupted Creatures, Eruts, and my favorite Lava Strikeworms. And talking about Lava Strikeworms, we did actually manage to get Lava Strikeworms for our very next task. So that is what we are going to be killing next. They are an excellent source of money, which is what I always like about them. And so I have finished my first run of killing Lava Strikeworms. We killed around 15 for this run, and as you can see, we made around 900k. This is really, really good because it probably took only around 5 minutes to actually get this amount of loot. Now, the only downside about Lava Strikeworms is that they are in the wilderness, and you can sometimes find some PKers. So that is definitely one of the most dangerous parts about this, but the drops are really, really good. So they do drop the Searing Ashes, and this is a drop they'll drop every time, and it is worth around 40k. So you're getting at least 40k GP off every drop. And that is what makes the Lava Strikeworms so consistent for making money. They also do give you a lot of Slayer XP per kill, since they do give around 1900 XP per kill. And they aren't even that difficult to kill either. They only have one basic special attack that you can dodge easily. You can DPS them down pretty easily. You're even using wilderness gear. So for me, I'm using Royal Dragon Hide, my Noxious Bow, and then just a bunch of other crappy equipment that I really don't mind losing. I do have my 1 Protect for the Noxious Bow, so that is definitely fine with me. And so I do find this pretty funny. I actually did get a clip of a PKer trying to kill me. He really just comes out of nowhere, uses that bladed dive onto me, and starts DPSing me down. It was pretty easily to actually get away from this guy. I find the only times the PKers are tough to kill out here is if they do teleblock you. I find that extremely annoying. I did bring my Luck of the Dwarves, so I can teleport at level 30 Wilderness, which is only just a walk away. But it is definitely really annoying when you do have PKers coming around and just trying to kill you. You do have to be really attentive when you are on this task. And so as for the total loot from this task, we made just over 7 mil. And we also got around 190,000 Slayer XP as well, so this was definitely one of the better tasks. And the nice thing about this is that this is very consistent. You will probably expect around 7 mil for every Lava Strikeworm task you do have. The only rare drop that I did manage to get was some Adrenaline Crystals, which is on the Wilderness drop table drop. So that was a nice little bonus for an extra 1 mil to add on to this task. And so next we got another Abyssal Demon task. Nearly 300 this time, so definitely a longer one. Although we are just going to AFK it with the aggression potions again, just like we did in the first episode. So this is definitely a really great Slayer task. It's really easy and really AFK. Don't need to pay any attention to it, and you do make quite a bit of money per hour. And not even to mention the XP is insane here. You can probably get up to 1 mil combat XP per hour, as well as getting a ton of prayer XP as well if you do bring your Ectofungus. And so the overall loot that we did manage to get from this task, we got right around 1.4 mil, and also around 80,000 Slayer XP, so not too bad. Most of the drops was in the alchables like usual, so a pretty common Abyssal Demon task. And so that is going to be the last task of this video. Here is a look at the updated loot tab for this series, and it is looking pretty nice so far, especially with those laceration boots in there, looking really nice. And as for the episode, we made around 22.3 mil and around 480,000 Slayer XP. And in total now, we have made right around 32 mil cash, and we've gotten around 1.1 mil Slayer XP. So definitely a pretty good start to this series again. I really am just so happy that we actually did manage to get a unique drop. Was not expecting that at all, especially for one of my first dinosaur tasks. Managing to get not even just the laceration boots, but the bone rib as well. That was really exciting. So anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I would like to know what you guys think, what tasks you would like to see. Maybe I could add them to my preferred list. I do have one extra slot there. And maybe if you guys want to see those other Slayer tasks that I have blocked, so like the Ripper Demons, the Camel Warriors, those type tasks, I could unblock them if you guys want to see that, and I'll learn how to do them and add them into the future episodes. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.